Welcome to the tutorial on how to create a C# code extractor. Now, a C# code extractor allows you to consolidate your code base into a single document. It's a powerful utility for developers to extract and compile all C# source code from project directories into organized, readable documentation. And it is perfect for code reviews, documentation analysis, and project archiving. So what is the challenge? Managing large code bases with multiple files and folders can be complex. For example, it might be difficult for you to get an overview of entire projects, and there is the need for consolidated documentation. Now, what are the abilities that this program has? So our solution allows for recursive scanning, gives you a single output, consolidates all code into one organized readable text file, and it's also fast and reliable. So what are the key features? All subdirectories are scanned automatically. Then support multiple file types. Gracefully handles inaccessible files. And there is progress tracking. How it works: specify the root directory containing your C# project. The program will now recursively find all C# files in the directory tree. It will read each, then the next step, it will read each file and format with headers and metadata. Then it will create a comprehensive organized text document. Now this is the command line usage, the interactive mode usage. And then we have the default behavior. So what are the benefits and use cases? Useful for code reviews, useful for documentation, useful for code analysis, and useful for archiving. So it creates permanent records of project code for compliance. So this is the code architecture overview. We have the main method. Then we have the input handlers as the get source folder method and the get output file methods for flexible input options. Then we have the core engine, which is the extra C# code method. This extra C# code method performs recursive file scanning and content extraction. And then we also have helper method, get relative path method, which is for clean path formatting in output. So now we are ready to begin implementation. I'll go to my local disk C. I'll go to projects. I'll create a new folder. I'm going to call it code extractor. Now I'm going to start Visual Studio 2022. I'm going to create a new project. I'm going to select console app, or better still, let me search for template console. I search for console. I'm going to select the C# template, a project for creating command line application that can be run on .NET on Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. Next. So I'm going to call the project code extractor. Then I'll navigate to my C drive. I'll look for projects folder. I'm going to select code extractor folder. Then I'll click next. Then I'll click create. So now we have the detailed comment about the project at the top. So on top, Jamil Fadina, date date 25th of July 2025. So at the top of the programmer, I'm importing 4 namespaces. So the namespace of the program is code extractor, and there is a class inside the namespace called program. Then I have the main method. So at the beginning, the program displays output on 2 lines. The outputs are C# code extractor and an horizontal line. So now I'm going to determine the source folder path, either from first argument or by prompting the user. So we get source folder by calling the get source folder method. Now this is the get source folder method. So we either use command line argument, or we prompt the user to enter the source folder path, or we press enter for current directory. Now validate if the source folder directory exists. If it does not exist, return display the error message that it does not exist. Now determine the output file path from second argument, or prompt the user. So now we are going to call get output file method. So you either use command line argument, or you prompt the user for output file path. Now in the try block, we begin the extraction process. We have a method called extract C# code. So extract C# code method takes two parameters, the source folder and the output file. So we have header for the report, we have the source directory. The program at a point displays a message telling you that it's scanning directory, a particular directory. Then it recursively get all C# and .csx files in that directory. It writes metadata stroke header for the file. Then it reads and append file content. All right, so let's run the project. I'm going to click the play button here. So the program tells me to enter the source folder path or press enter for current directory. Now I want to document the code, the C# code in this part. So I'm going to copy, I'm going to paste. So it says enter output file path or press enter for the default. I want the output path to be this, so I'll copy it. It says access to this is denied. Okay. Let me run the project again. So this is the source folder. Press enter. Enter output file paths. So that means you must have read write permissions for the output file path, or press enter for the default. This is the default. Let's press enter. So you can see process 32 files successfully. This is the output file. So let me go to C projects, code extractor, code extractor, code extractor, bin debug.NET 9. This is the output file. I'm going to open it with Visual Studio Code. So you can see so thank you for watching.